Hello, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today I want to talk to you about why you should never follow advice, why you should never take advice and continue to take advice that is not working for you. Okay, so I know that this might sound semi-obvious at first glance, but the thing is that there are a lot of people out there who are currently taking advice from people that is not serving them in their life, and they have some things going on, which I will cover in this video, that is blocking them from being able to say, okay, hey, this piece of advice or this person's way of doing things or this whatever isn't working for me, I'm going to stop doing that and do something else. So this is a little bit of a follow-up to my last video about being your own guru. And so when I shot that video, and what I was thinking about while I shot that video was for sure more of like the spirituality, lifestyle in general, world. And so when I was saying, be your own guru, I was like, don't look to people to tell you how your spiritual path is supposed to unfold, or how enlightenment is supposed to come for you, or any of these things. That you have your own inner guru that will lead you down your path, and all you really have to do is tune into yourself, and you will be pulled down the path that's right for you. And as I've kind of sat with it, and I have that video out now, it made me think I wanted to explain it kind of in a different context as well, because I feel like this concept of be your own guru essentially applies to absolutely every area of your life. And I wanted to kind of explain it again in this other kind of context as a way of demonstrating it in a different way, because like I say, I want you to be your own guru in your life, not just spirituality, not just money, not just career, but all of your life, your whole being. I want you to feel like you are the master of your reality, and you are the master of your life, and you know what's best for you. And like I say, people can give ideas and inspiration and suggestions that you can try, but it's never about you glomming onto something that someone says and come hell or high water you're doing that. Because like I say, so my first point when I say stop taking advice from people that doesn't actually work for you is the first thing that you need to understand is all anyone is doing is speaking from their own personal experience. Okay, so we are very similar, okay, as human beings. Like generally speaking, we all need to eat, generally speaking, the same kind of diet. Like there isn't some person that's going to thrive on dog food, and a kind of person that's going to thrive on cat food, and a kind of person that's going to thrive on human food. We all thrive basically on the same things, right? We all thrive basically with the same kind of sleeping patterns. We all thrive basically with the same kind of social structure. And then within that, there are little idiosyncrasies that go for each person. So this is why I really highly recommend that you never take advice from someone without trying it on for yourself and then assuming you are right versus assuming they are right. Is because the advice that you're taking from whoever it is, it could be someone who's just like talking from personal experience and literally saying this was my experience and this is what worked for me and give it a try, or someone who's like a doctor or a psychologist or whatever, and they have training and they've done all these things. The bottom line is we are all a little bit different, and we all need a little bit different things in our lives to make our lives awesome and to make our lives the best that they can be for us. So there's no one out there that can give you the exact formula that you need for a healthy body, okay? So no one out there can tell you how to eat exactly, how to exercise exactly, how to sleep exactly, how to live exactly so that you will have a perfect body. Because the thing is that all that they could possibly know is what works for them, okay? And so they can give you that. They can show you that. They can say, hey, here is all of the things that I did that helped me get to where I am. But at the end of the day, you need to pick and choose things to try from them, and if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Okay? It doesn't mean they're wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you are a different individual than them. Okay? So someone tells you, this is how I got rich. This is exactly the things that I did to make myself successful in my career. Bottom line, they have specific preferences, they have specific drives, they have specific passions, they have specific like work patterns and discipline and work-life balance that works for them, and not all of those characteristics and not all of those elements are going to be exactly what works for you. Okay, so there could be like a high-powered lawyer out there who loves working 80 hours a week and just like doesn't want to have a family, or maybe, you know, doesn't need to prioritize that in their life right now, and it just like has those 80 hours a week to give to their job and can burn the midnight oil and feel really good about that. And maybe you are just not that kind of person. Maybe you need to have your 9 to 5 and then you need to be done. Or maybe you're the type of person that likes to like work really hard for like 3 months and then take 3 months off. And so the thing is that like your way of getting to success and their way of getting to success aren't going to be the same. And it doesn't mean that either of you are right or wrong. It means that you're different. Okay? So this is so important to understand, that when you start to become your own guru, you start to become so much less susceptible to taking advice from people and glomming onto it and saying, this has to be the way that I do it because it worked for them, so it has to work for me. And if it's not working for me, that means there's something wrong with me and I need to just keep doing it, or keep trying, or keep pushing it, or just wait it out, or be patient, or whatever, until it finally works for me. Because the thing is, if it's not working for you, it's probably never going to work for you. Okay? If someone's diet advice is not working for you right now, don't wait till you gained 60 pounds to say, okay, this didn't work for me. Don't wait till your digestion is in the crapper and your skin is breaking out and you're stressed and you can't sleep and you're exhausted and you're all of these things to say, oh, okay, this didn't work. Guys, like, hold on. You were getting signs and symptoms from your body, 4 months ago that this wasn't working for you. And like I say, we need to start giving ourselves permission to say, I am a unique individual. I am a unique individual. No one knows what's right for me. I know what's right for me. And therefore, I can take suggestions from other people. I can look at their life and say, okay, that really worked for them, and that looks interesting to me. Maybe I'll give it a try. But then at the end of the day, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. And that's okay. And that doesn't mean that, everything that person said is wrong and now you can never listen to them again. Of course not. Everyone has good ideas. Everyone has something of value to offer, okay? So it doesn't mean that we write people off completely, and it doesn't mean that we write ourselves off completely. It means that we take and choose what works for us, leave what doesn't, and allow everyone to have their experience, okay? So like, for example, I live this super minimalist lifestyle where I like to travel, and I've set my life up that way, that I can kind of be free and mobile, and I don't have very many things that I own, and I have a very minimalistic lifestyle. And the thing is that that's not like the best way to be, right? Being a minimalist or being whatever, it doesn't, just because it's working for me, doesn't mean I've figured out the way to live life so that everyone should do what I'm doing, okay? It means, sure, the people that want to live like I do, maybe they can try doing some of the things that I do and it will help them. But like I say, if you're a high-powered lawyer and you're living in, and you're rooted where you want to be, and you kind of want to have nice things, and you want to have people over to your house, and you want to have these things, my lifestyle would be completely inappropriate, right? And so, like I say, it's not to say that one is right and one is wrong, it's just to say they're different. And so this is why I want to just like really drive home the point of just never follow someone's advice that isn't working for you. Never follow someone's advice when they lead a lifestyle that has nothing to do with your lifestyle, right? Never follow someone's advice where like, just because they're happy in what they're doing doesn't mean they've found the answer. It means they found the answer for them, okay? And it's your job to find the answer for you. right? So like I say, I could look at some of my heroes and some of the people that I really look up to, and I could say, whoa, like I'm not doing any of the things that they're doing. I'm a failure. I should really try and like force my round peg into their square hole. And it's like, it's never going to work, right? And I tried doing that for a long time. Like, I'm just like everyone else, right? Like, I've tried other people's diet. I've tried other people's lifestyles. I've tried other people's ideologies, spiritual practices. I've done it all. And at the end of the day, what it came down to was me saying, okay, do I want to hold myself to some sort of like ideal standard that from outside myself that has nothing to do with who I actually am, and therefore isn't making me feel good, but I'm like doing it so I can say like, hey, I'm following this diet perfectly. So I'm like, I fit into that niche, I fit into this crew, and I'm doing it, but I feel like crap. Like, what? No, okay? I came to that point where I was like, I have to stop abdicating my responsibility onto other people and start just owning my thing. So like I say, just because someone's way works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And it doesn't mean that you are right or that they are right or that you are wrong or that they are wrong. It means that you are different individuals, different human beings who have different needs, okay? And this is the bottom line of life. And so if we can get to a place where instead of looking to people as being gurus and saying, I have to do exactly what they're doing or I'm a failure, or their, one or two details of their plan didn't work for me, so they're a fraud completely and I'm not going to listen to anything they say, and we can start to say, okay, I'm going to pick and choose from different people what works for them and try it on and see if it works for me. If it doesn't work for me, that's okay. And, we just kind of create our own little lifestyle of being fluid with what we try, because we're not so attached to any ideology, we're just attached to feeling good. Our whole world will change. And then there's room for everyone to be a teacher. There's room for everyone to learn something valuable from everybody. And there doesn't have to be these big battles or these big fights of who's right or who's wrong, because we're all right. We're all right about ourselves. Right? And that's it. Where I don't have the whole complete answer for anybody else. I have little bits and pieces that people will be able to take from me based on what I've learned about myself. But at the end of the day, the only whole picture I have is for me. Right? The only whole picture you have is for you. The only whole picture any other guru out there has is their whole picture. Okay? And they can give you pieces, but at the end of the day, you need to put them together. You need to assemble the lifestyle that works for you. You need to assemble the success path that works for you. You need to assemble the diet and lifestyle that works for your body. Only you can do that. And no one is right and no one is wrong. Everyone is just on their path, okay? So stop believing that anyone knows more about you than you know about you. Stop believing that anyone knows more about your path than you know about your path. Take people's advice, try it on. If it doesn't work, that's fine. Move on. Let it go, okay? Don't try and force yourself into something that isn't feeling good. If it's not feeling good, it's not right. Let it go. And that's okay. And you're not wrong and they're not wrong. Everyone's just doing their thing. And then, like I say, take the fruit, spit out the seeds. Take what works from people that you admire and that you look up to. Try it on. Some things will work. And then the things that don't, just let them go. And then you will be happy. And that's all that it is, okay? So don't follow any advice that doesn't work for you, okay? Because you know. You know. And you just need to have confidence in yourself that you do know. And that you can trust yourself. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I always love to hear from you. If you have any video requests, I love that. Leave those for me. Like, subscribe. Find me on Facebook at Perception Trainers, Instagram, Urban Fruit Bat, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.